Welcome to another episode of the Writers Game Podcast. I am your host. My name is Kyle King. I'm a 7-time best-selling author, CEO, and founder of the Writers Game, where we help experienced professionals, executives, and high-level entrepreneurs leverage their story, leverage their book to be able to scale their organizations by 1 to 5 million. And tonight we are talking about something absolutely necessary. Okay, absolutely necessary. I get questions all of the time about systems. Kyle, what are the things that I need? Kyle, what are the systems that I need? I have my book. Now what? Okay. So we're going to talk about 7 things, 7 systems. I want you to write this down. 7 systems. And if this is your first time, I want you to leverage the comment section. I want you to ask questions, and then I promise I'll get to them throughout the recording. But tonight we're talking about 7 things that are necessary for you to be able to take your business, take your book to the next level, and generate $250,000 this year. This is the foundational step, because on Thursday of this week, we're talking about the 6 steps that are necessary for you to actually take these steps and be able to generate high-level traffic and eyes for your book so that you can leverage all of the strategies that we've been talking about through this time. All right, let's get it. Before you are able to launch your book, you need to understand first your reader. You need to understand, and you're writing a book for your reader. You're not writing a book for you. Yes, your story is in it, your experience is in it, your education is in it, and you are in it throughout the whole book. But at the end of the day, it is for your reader. I need you to comment right now. At the end of the day, not at the end of the day, just say it's for my reader. Comment, it is for my reader. I love it. I love the comments coming in. It's for my reader. And if it is for your reader, then you have to pull yourself away and you have to ask one essential question. What is the journey that my reader is going to go through or go on before, during, and after they purchase and publish or purchase my specific content? Okay. So before they even hear about your book, they're going to need to hear about your book. Okay. So how are they hearing about your book? What are the things that you're going to do so that they can hear about it? How are they going to get access to it? Where do they need to go to purchase it? Then once they purchase it, how are they going to be notified about shipping? Then how are you going to ship the book to them? Once they get the book, are there certain actions that need to be, taken? Once they get the book and they perform those actions, are there anything that you have to be able to follow up with them on? Do you have any additional products or services that are going to be attached to this specific book? And when you think about all of these questions, it's mapped out in my book. It's mapped out in my book, The Writer's Game, The Business Behind Your Story, because all of these questions are going to not probably go through the majority of authors' heads, but I want you to be able to be that unique person, that unique author that are asking these questions so that you can be able to walk through this customer journey so that they can be able to understand that you are the best source to be able to solve the problems or the challenges that they may be experiencing. Okay. So I have my notes up here, and then I'm going to be leveraging content from my new book, The Writer's Game, The Business Behind Your Story, because at the end of the day, your book is just a piece of the puzzle. All right. But it's not the whole puzzle, I promise. All right. So let's get it. So number 1, so if you see me looking right here, I promise that I'm not just looking away, but I'm looking at my notes that I have on the other screen over here. Okay. So number one is your ISBN, right? That your ISBN. What this is, your ISBN is your unique identifier. It's going to be a number, your unique identifier to understand and identify your book, essentially. Put it like this. I always say this. Your ISBN number is essentially the social security number for your book. How bookstores recognize it, how wholesalers recognize it, how distributors recognize it. If your book's going to be purchased in bookstores, or if it's even going to be positioned in bookstores, you're going to need an ISBN and a barcode. So as you see on the back, the barcode is here. It's always positioned at the bottom right. And the ISBN is here. But because through the ISBN process that I took my book through, I put the price here as well. Now, if you're leveraging tools like myidentifiers.com, go to myidentifiers.com. If you're leveraging tools like this through the company Bowkers, then you can fill in your book price and not have a specific price attached to your book. You can leave it blank and say write in price when you're filling out your ISBN information. But what I believe is that there's always going to be a price attached to the books that we either publish or that that I publish myself, because I just believe it's a level of integrity. There's marketing and there's reasons why we want to be able to have the pricing. And if you're interested in that, we talk about it in the book, and we talk about it within the courses and within the business as well. So every book needs an ISBN and a barcode. I see books all of the time. Authors publish books. I never see them in bookstores. I never see them. I see them out in different places at vending opportunities or conferences, or people ship me their books to review, and they don't have the ISBN or the barcode. So if you're an author watching this, if you're an aspiring author watching this, you need to position an ISBN and a barcode on the back of your book. And how you do that is go gain an ISBN or go purchase an ISBN from Bowkers.com. So what that would look like, an ISBN and a barcode, I believe, is $195 together. I believe just the ISBN is $125. So if you have the capital, leverage pre-selling and then get that money to be able to purchase the ISBN and the barcode so that you can be able to position your book in bookstores, because it won't happen unless you have both of those specific identifiers. All right. Number two, who's ready for number two? Comment a number two if you're ready for number two. Let's get it. Number two is Ingram Spark. Ingram Spark is a platform that allows you to be able to get contact or get access to 40,000 global retailers. Okay, I'm going to read you. I just went to the Ingram Spark website. I'm going to read you what it's communicating about Ingram Spark. So if you're looking to publish quality print books and ebooks, you've come to the right place. We also offer global book distribution and free resources to help you self-publish successfully. Once you write and format your book, they make it possible to share with the world. Ingram Spark is the platform that we recommend, that we leverage as a part of our authors that come through our programs, and it gets them access to global distributors across the world, not just the nation. A lot of authors are making the mistake because they're only going to kdp.amazon.com and they're only leveraging the Amazon platform, and the only place that people are able to buy their book is where? It's Amazon. But you want to be able to get Barnes & Noble's, Target, Walmart. You want to be able to get Books A Million, all of these other global distributors, and you can research what are the 40,000 global distributors that Ingram Spark has access to, and you would be able to have global distribution of your book, as well as, because that's a wholesaler, as well as being able to position your book in bookstores. Okay, so it's not just about being able to just market, but if you want to be able to have that face value and get your book in a bookstore, then you need to be leveraging the Ingram Spark platform. We're going to have some lessons later next week on how you can actually, the strategies and the keys and the specific steps for you to position your book in a bookstore. But for right now, Siri, I need you to just calm down. But for right now, I need you to understand that Ingram Spark is the platform for you to be able to do it. All right, so that's number two. So number one is an ISBN and barcode. You can leverage Bowkers, or you can go to the site myidentifiers.com to be able to get your ISBN and barcode. You need Ingram Spark, so you can go to ingramspark.com and then be able to publish your book through that platform so that you can get access to 40,000 global retailers. Number three, who's ready for number three? Number three is a little different. It's not specifically geared towards your book, but I just personally believe that everyone needs it, and it's a platform that is going to help you create tools and resources to promote your book, as well as get you access to a lot of other different resources as well. Okay, so the tool is called Canva, Canva.com. You've probably already heard of it. It's a marketplace where they give you different templates. They give you different graphics. If you're trying to create a PowerPoint, social media content, an EPK, which is an electronic press kit for your speaking engagements. If you're trying to create a proposal, if you're trying to do anything visual or graphically designed, or anything that is going to help your brand be produced, whether it's in social media, in email marketing, all of these different platforms or all of these different places, then I definitely recommend you leverage the canva.com and the Canva tool to be able to do three things. Get you 1, social media content, 2, an electronic press kit, 3, graphics for you to be able to promote across your channels. Okay, it's going to be necessary for you to ensure that your book has the best graphics, has the best visuals, and has the best branding. And you need the Canva tool. I think there's a free option. I also believe there's a $14.95 option or $12.95, one of those price points. And I definitely would recommend this tool to anybody. Tonight's call is going to be very specific, and I would want you to get all of these tools so that you can be able to set yourself up to be able to be successful as an author. All right. Number four. So number one, again, was ISBN and barcode. If you're just coming, I want you to comment. I want you to like. I want you to ask your questions. Ask your questions, and I promise I'll be able to get to them tonight. All right. Number one is ISBN and barcode. Number two is Ingram Spark to be able to get access to 40,000 global retailers. Number three is Canva so that you can be able to have the graphics and all of the social media content designed and developed that you would be able to need. All right. Number four is traffic source. Now we're going to sit on this for a little while, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the chapter in my book. I believe it's chapter 13 in my book. Yep. Chapter 13 on pages 112, on page 112 right here, where I talk about all of the different online traffic sources that you can get, all of the online traffic sources. All right. So number one is Instagram. Number two is LinkedIn. But before I even go there, I'm going to read you a little bit in my book. Is that okay? I'm going to read you a little bit in my book. So the first system authors need to consider is the traffic sources that will help to bring visitors or people to your author landing pages, Amazon site, or social media pages. In the last chapter, we discussed the importance of visibility and increasing your overall reach as an author, and the traffic sources allow you to do this at scale. We advise our authors to grow their reach digitally so they can spread their wings in an international way, allowing them to reach more leads that are interested in this specific type of product. All right, stay with me. Similar to the characteristics that you wrote down in chapter 2 about your target reader, online, you'll be able to leverage those characteristics and qualities regarding your customer to build intentional marketing campaigns to reach that specific audience. Here's a list of specific online traffic sources to explore. All right. So again, your traffic sources are the ways that you will be able to expand your wings so that you can get access to more people and people can know about your specific book. All right, here we go. LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, paid advertisement, Twitter, webinars, challenges, live broadcasts like tonight, expert communities, podcasts, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, and affinity pages. Affinity pages are pages that have a lot of access to a lot of different followers, all right, that allow promotion on their specific page. So let's go to the offline methods. Different from online traffic sources, offline sources are tailored experiences that happen in person. Even though some of the offline methods can be leveraged online, being able to create those personal connections and build genuine relationships allows you to build a brand around your book that may be more effective than online methods, all right? With anything that you're marketing, whether it's a book, a product, a course, a car, whatever it is that you're marketing, being able to have that in-person relationship and that in-person connection at the end of the day is one of the best ways to be able to connect with people, okay? And the best ways to convert people. All right, so let's talk about the offline methods. Direct outreach, referral marketing, prospecting, events, cold calling, joint collaborations, community service or donations, speaking engagements, and community forums or masterminds. All right. So when you think about all of these different traffic sources, it's necessary for you to understand, how will I be able to tell people about my book? How will I be able to tell people that I have access to this product that can solve their problem? How will I be able to tell people that I have a product or something, a solution, a medicine to the symptoms in which they are experiencing in their lives that are causing them to have the circumstance that they're in? All right. So just think about it from that perspective. Where is your market? Online as well as offline. And what do you need to be doing as a part of your marketing efforts to position yourself on that specific place? All right. So that's what I want us to understand. So that's number 4. So number 1 is ISBN and barcode. Number 2 is Ingram Spark. Number 3 is Canva. Number 4 is your traffic sources. Okay. Number 5 is your book funnel. If you have a book and you don't have a funnel, you are missing out on hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year. I know this, and so many authors, successful authors, can tell you this. That's why the majority of authors only sell 276 copies of their books. That's why. 260 to 276 copies of their books every single year, or within the lifetime of their book being sold. But our goal, and my goal throughout this whole process with you, throughout the lessons that we had the week prior, is to help you sell 1,000 copies of your book within the first 30 days. Okay. So you need to be able to have a book funnel. In your book funnel, it's going to be a few components. Okay. Number one is your capture form. How are you capturing people's first name, last name, email, phone number? Okay. That's number one, so that you can be able to have consistent follow-up and marketing moving forward. Number two is your conversion content. If you are not a good writer per se, if you can't write content in regards to sales page content that can convert, there's a tool that we've leveraged within our business, as well as we've recommended, is Copy, copy.ai, copy.ai, and you can go on there, purchase the premium version, and get sales copy that you can upload and copy and paste to your pages that can speak directly to your target audience. All right. So you need conversion copy. Number three is a payment processor. So many authors, and it's very interesting, actually. So many authors promote their books really well, but when people want to buy it, they don't have a way to purchase it. So you need some type of payment link, landing pages, something, or a payment processor, a Stripe, PayPal, Square, Authorize.net, something that can secure payment, and then you can be able to get paid for your book. All right. And then the last thing that we talk about in this specific section is some type of email marketing tool. Okay. So once someone purchases, how are they going to be communicated? Like, hey, your book's coming. Your book's on the way. Your book has arrived. Leave a review. Do you have a testimonial? Do you want to get access to our new product? You need some type of email marketing connected specifically to your book funnel as well. Okay. So that you can nurture these relationships, build a relationship online, and be able to convert these individuals to clients in the future. The overall goal is to be able to increase the lifetime value, the amount of money that that client spends over a period of time. Okay. So you want to be able to just not have your book. You want to be able to have potentially a digital product, a speaking engagement, a membership community, a mastermind, a live event, all of the different things that I talked about in the 9 streams of income and the 8 places to sell your book. Go back and watch those lessons. You want to be able to have those as well. Okay. So your book funnel is number 5. Number six, who's ready for number 6? Put a number 6 in the chat if y'all are ready. Put a number 6 in the chat, because look, let me tell you something. I came and I showed up for y'all tonight on vacation because I really care. So I'm in Mexico for the week. I'm enjoying the weather, but let me tell you something. My book allowed me to be here. Your book will allow you to go anywhere you want in the world, anywhere, okay? Anytime, any place. Your book can allow you to do that. Your book will allow you to go to Mexico and have a speaking engagement that will allow you to be paid the money to afford the vacation. Your book can take you to Machu Picchu. Your book can take you to England. Your book can take you to Africa. Your book can take you wherever it is that you want to go. But you have to understand how to position yourself, your book, and all of the resources that follow after it as a tool to transform other people's lives. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. Number 6 is your shipping integration. One of the questions that I always get is, Kyle, how do we ship the books? Is there a cost? There's all of these different things. Let me tell you this. You don't have to provide tax on your book. What we do within our business is we essentially eat the cost, and then we have a certain account once all of the money from our businesses comes in as a tax account. So I'm going to give you a quick play. And this has nothing to do with books. There's 5 accounts that I believe all business owners and authors, of course, should have. Number 1 is your tax account. Number 2 is obviously your income account, where all of the income is coming. Number 2 is your tax account. Okay. Number 2 is your tax account. 15% of all of your revenue should go to the tax account. Number 3 is your profit account. 5% of the revenue should come to your profit account. Number 4 is your operating expense account. 50% of the revenue should come, 30% of your revenue should come to your operating expense, And the fifth one, excuse me, was owner's draw. 50% should go to your owner's draw account. I always get operating expense and owner's draw mixed up. I got that model from the Profit First book, another book that I would highly recommend that people go purchase if you're under $250,000 a year. Okay. If you're under $250,000 a year. So with your shipping integration, you need somewhere to print their addresses, print the labels, and then be able to tape, post them on your specific envelopes, and then be able to ship them off leveraging media mail, which is under $3 majority of the time, depending on the size of your book. Okay. So the platform that I use is ShipStation. Okay. ShipStation. You can go to shipstation.com. You can get a free account. Usually they have a 30-day free trial. You could leverage that tool to be able to print your books, leverage the transactions. They'll get the specific, address, all of those different things, the first name, last name, address, depending on where it's connected to your book funnel, and you'll be able to ship through that platform and be able to drop your books off at the post office. If you are not shipping your books personally, I would recommend you leveraging a local print shop, a local company that prints books that could be able to potentially match the prices that you're getting from other different places. Okay. Now, if you are shipping 50 to 100 a month, that is potentially something that they could be able to do. If you're not shipping that, then it would be hard for them to be able to price out what you're expecting in regards to your shipping efforts as well. Okay. So number seven, who's ready for number 7? Again, if you guys have questions, I want you to plug them in below. Tonight's conversation is to just assist you in all of your marketing efforts. These are 7 things that I believe every single author needs as a part of their marketing, as a part of their book just being seen as quality as well. Number 1 was an ISBN and barcode. Number 2 is Ingram Spark, so that you can have 40,000 retailers and have that access. Number 3 is Canva, so that you can be able to have social media content, EPK, and the graphics. Number 4 is your traffic source. This is absolutely necessary. Number 5 was your book funnel with the payment integration, the capture form, the conversion content, and your email marketing tool. Number 6 is your shipping integration, leveraging the platform ShipStation. And number 7, which is my favorite, is an upsell product. It could be a digital product, a webinar, a masterclass, a course, a mini course, a coaching session with you, a live event, a retreat, all of these different things that are necessary. And why I say all of those different options is because you have to understand what works best for you based upon the experience that you want to create, based upon really the legacy that you want to live, based upon your personality and what, makes you feel good inside. I'm not going to sit here and scream, create a course if you don't like creating videos. I'm not going to scream, create a retreat if you don't like being around people. You have to understand what works best for you and then create an additional upsell product that you can sell on the back end of your book. There are people that have become rich by writing books. When you look at the Stephen Coveys, when you look at the woman that wrote the Harry Potter series, when you look at all of these different people, John Maxwell, and all of these amazing authors out there, Stephen King, amazing authors, they've sold millions of copies of their book. What I want to get you to understand is if you let's say you sold 100 copies of your book and you only converted 20% of people. So that's 20 people, right? 20 people. If you multiplied that by 197, that's an additional $3,000, almost $4,000 a month. Okay. So let's say you did 100 books at $20. That's $2,000. And then you added that to the $4,000, that's $6,000. You could just keep the $2,000 and be able to have $24,000 on a yearly basis. But just imagine if you created that extra resource that made you an additional $4,000 on a month. That's an additional income that you created just by creating a product. We live in the day and age where we can launch something, we can market something, and then go back and create it. Or we also live in the age of we can create something one time and it continuously pays us over and over and over again because it remains relevant to that specific problem that someone has, and it serves as a piece of the solution. Create something evergreen, and that's what that means. So number 1 is your ISBN and barcode. Number 2 is Ingram Spark. Number 3 is Canva. Number 4 is traffic source. Number 5 is book funnel. Number 6 is shipping integration. And number 7 is your upsell product. With all of this, guys, you need to understand the customer journey. You need to ask yourself these tough questions. And what I have right here is before you publish, the pre-launch, the post-launch, how will people find out? How do people pay? How will you ship? How will they be notified and communicated with? How can they be organized in a custom list? How will they be convinced on your page? The convincing on your page to be able to convert them, that comes in your content and your copy, okay? How will they be able to be organized in a custom list? In your email marketing efforts, if they buy certain things or if they don't buy certain things, you have an abandoned cart email sequence, or you potentially put them in custom lists and tags so that you can be able to automate your business, all right? As an author, you are a business owner. If you're receiving income for this, you need to establish a business to position your book under so that you can be able to file taxes on it, grow your business, get access to business credit. And we're going to talk about all of this in future lessons. But what I need you to understand is that as an author, you want to be able to have these 7 things because it's, 1, going to make you valuable. 2, is going to be able to allow you to position yourself. 3, it's going to allow you to generate higher revenue. 4, it's going to make you create your brand in a way where it's brand awareness, brand equity, which allows you to be more visible across platforms. And the last thing that's the most important, it's going to allow you to impact more people more intentionally and purposefully. All right. So with all of the different things that we've understood and we've learned tonight, I want you to go implement these things. And if you need help, I'm going to say this one more time. You have to get access to the Writer's Game, the business behind your story. This is why I wrote the book. All of these different things are talked about in here. All of these different things. We give you diagrams. We give you checklists. We give you templates. We give you all of the resources that you're going to need access to so that you can be able to not just publish your book, because that's the first piece, which is most likely the easiest piece, but position your book and position yourself as a thought leader so that you can be able to take this to the next level. All of these things are super, super important. And it's one thing to be an author, but it's another thing to have a system that will allow you to drive traffic, that will allow you to convert people, that will allow you to be able to take your book into schools, take your book into companies, take your book into bookstores, take your book on television, take your book into conferences and all of these different places so that you can be able to generate high revenue as well as impact people on another level. Look, I thank you so much for all of the comments and the questions that we received tonight. I am thankful that I've been able to serve you in this way, and we'll see you guys next episode.